Hello everyone, this is Al Kabir, the analyst, and today I will be talking to Deshaun Watson. Yes, Deshaun Watson will be going to Cleveland. Mind blowing, man. Cleveland was his destination. Cleveland. This is Al Kabir, the analyst. Salute to the dog pound, man. Salute to Cleveland. I know I'm putting a lot of emphasis on Cleveland because when you think of Cleveland, you think of the Cavaliers. I'm not gonna lie. But the Browns have been relevant for the past couple years, especially with drafting Baker Mayfield. Did they make it to the playoffs that year? They made it to the playoffs. They beat the Steelers. And then the Chiefs just got the best of them. I think that was a very winnable game. I think it was just bad play by Baker Mayfield, who might be traded. Well, he's going to be traded. I don't see him being QB2. That's just not happening. So they got a quarterback. And Deshaun Watson said something, and I could be getting it wrong. Like, he did tell them, like, he's not waiving his no trade clause, but the Browns kept pushing and pushing. And then it just got to a point, like, how can I ignore that roster? And then I'm like, the Browns got a good roster. Then I'm like, oh, the Browns got a good roster. Because if you think, just traded for Amari Cooper. Two of the best running backs in the league. You got Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. You got a very good and decent offensive line. You go to the defensive side. They just re-signed Jadeveon Clowney. They still got Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, and those guys. And when you step back and look at Cleveland, and now they got the quarterback, it's like Cleveland is dangerous. They dangerous. They just signed them to a 5-year deal. I think like $230 million is guaranteed. And man, Cleveland landed a big fish. They landed a big fish, and they got Amari Cooper. Don't forget about that. They got Amari Cooper for nothing. They gave away a 7th round pick, 6th round pick, something like that, or 5th. One of those. Man, Cleveland made some moves. I know we all on Buffalo, but Cleveland made some moves. We tend to talk about the AFC West a lot because of the moves they made. Everybody basically going to the Chargers, then landing Khalil Mack, the Raiders getting the guy from the Packers. Wow, I'm forgetting his name right now. They got the wide receiver from the Packers. Then you got David Carr, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson. But when you look at that AFC North, man, Devontae Adams, I just had to remember that. But when you look at the AFC North, you got Deshaun Watson, you got Lamar Jackson, you got Joe Burrow, Mitchell Trubisky. Okay, let's throw him in there. But the team that been taking over the AFC North, they looking like bottom feeders right now. But anything can happen during the season. Of course, the Steelers still got Mike Tomlin, but Kevin Stefanski can coach his butt off, I believe. He's one of those young coaches that can really, really coach to me. And, man, like Deshaun Watson said, you can't ignore that roster. They have a pretty decent roster. Even if you look at last year, who was the main catalyst on why the Browns were losing? Why Odell Beckham won it out? Why Jarvis Landry probably won it out? It was Baker Mayfield. They just didn't believe in a kid. He just wasn't it. But now you got Deshaun Watson. You can entice some of these dudes to play. Like, you can have like a guy like Robert Woods, who I want to come to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now he start thinking, I'm looking at Cleveland. They look pretty good. Or anybody, these free agents, even though it's not a lot of good wide receivers out there, you can take a look at Odell. Will the city of Cleveland forgive him? Maybe, because Baker Mayfield be out. And now he look at Cleveland like, I've been there already. And him, Amari Cooper, that roster is deep. Man. But what do you think and how do you feel, man? Are you surprised it's me, the Cleveland Browns? But this is Al Kabir, the analyst. Ghost.